Imagine you're aboard a submarine plunging into the ocean's abyss. The deeper you go, the more the darkness engulfs you. Suddenly, a chilling groan echoes through the vessel. It's not a sea monster. It's the pressure of the deep pressing relentlessly against the submarine's hull. Now, before we dive into the terrifying details of what happens next, let's set the scene. If you're reading this at sea level, there's 14.7 pounds per square inch of air pressure surrounding you, known as 1 atmospheric unit or ATM. But as you descend into the ocean, this pressure multiplies. At around 112 feet or 34 meters underwater, the pressure is about 50 psi. Doesn't sound like much? Well, for a submarine, it's a significant amount. But what exactly is this pressure we're talking about? Think of it as the ocean's way of giving you a tight hug. The physical world seeks equilibrium. When the water pressure outside a container, like our submarine, is greater than the pressure inside, it pushes inward, trying to balance things out. This is an implosion, the exact opposite of an explosion. While explosions release energy outward, implosions suck everything inward. So, back to our submarine. As it dives deeper, the pressure mounts. The steel and titanium hull groans under the strain. And then, the unthinkable happens. The submarine implodes, folding in on itself, leaving nothing but a twisted mass of metal and, unfortunately, its occupants. Now, you might be thinking, how bad could it be? Well, if you're in a submarine when it implodes, the good news is that your end will be swift, mere milliseconds. The not-so-good news, your body will resemble a crushed sack, sinking to the ocean floor. But let's clarify something. Your body can withstand pressure changes to an extent. If the pressure change is gradual, you could endure around 400 psi, or 27 times Earth's atmospheric pressure. In fact, the record for the world's deepest scuba dive is an astonishing 1090 feet or 332 meters. But a sudden change over 50 psi? That's when things get dicey. Your ribs could crack, lungs might rupture, and you'd meet your end before even getting the chance to drown. Diving deep into the ocean in a submarine is no joke. The risks are real. From running out of air, getting poisoned, or the grim possibility of being crushed, it's a journey fraught with danger. But understanding the science behind it, the delicate balance of pressures and the mechanics of implosions can give you a newfound appreciation for the marvels of deep-sea exploration. Imagine you're standing atop a mountain, breathing in the crisp air. The pressure here is slightly less because there's less atmosphere pushing down on you. Now switch that scene and imagine you're deep underground in a hole. Here the pressure is higher because there's more atmosphere above you. But why does this matter? Let's dive deeper, quite literally. When you're just a few feet underwater, you might not feel much different, but with every foot or meter you descend, the weight of the water and the atmosphere above you press down harder and harder. At around 33 feet, 10.06 meters, the pressure doubles. Dive to 100 feet, 30.5 meters, and it feels like 4 one-gallon paint tins are pressing on every inch of your body. But let's pause for a moment. How do creatures of the deep, like whales, manage to survive these crushing pressures? While our bones would snap like twigs, whales have flexible skeletons that allow them to dive thousands of feet below the surface. They're built for the deep, while we, unfortunately, are not. Now, back to our descent. Submarines are marvels of engineering that allow us to explore the ocean's depths. But they come with their own set of challenges. The air inside is a cocktail of gases, and maintaining the right balance is crucial. Too much carbon dioxide, and the crew could suffocate. Too little oxygen, and they could pass out. And then there's the cold. The ocean's depths are frigid, and submarines need heaters to keep their crew alive. But the real danger? Implosion. If a submarine's hull fails, the massive water pressure outside rushes in, crushing everything inside in milliseconds. It's a swift, merciful end, but a terrifying one. Over the years, several submarines have met this fate. The USS Thresher, for instance, imploded in the Atlantic Ocean in 1963, taking all 129 crew members with it. The Argentine naval vessel RS San Juan suffered a similar fate in 2017. And then there's the Titan. a modern submersible that imploded while on a mission to view the Titanic wreckage. But why do these implosions happen? Sometimes it's a design flaw, like with the Titan, which had an experimental hull. Other times, it's a malfunction in the submarine systems. But whatever the cause, the result is always the same: a swift, crushing end. So, the next time you're standing on a mountain or diving into the ocean, spare a thought for the incredible pressures at play. And if you happen to be a submarine captain, remember the delicate balance that keeps you safe from the crushing depths below.